With your permission, I would like to do a demonstration about fighting.
Okay.
I'll use the mat to explain. This is a teaching demonstration. So for the black belts, the advanced belts. And our school is a martial arts school. And martial arts means a lot of things to a lot of different people, but here, martial means fighting. We're a fighting school. We learn how to fight. But the symbol in our flag here, the yin-yang symbol, can be used to describe what we learn. And the yang part of this, at the top, is fighting. And we learn fighting here. Well, when we start, we learn a lot of techniques. But when we start learning fighting, we use techniques. And we don't know at that point, but we do eventually learn that fighting has deeper levels. And so I'm going to talk about that a little bit here. So I would like to use Mr. Bunkholt in my demonstration. So for lower belts, fighting is technique. It's punches and kicks. And angles and movement, we use that, but for most of us when we start, it's punching and kicking. And if we're fighting someone who can punch and kick better than us, what do we do? Do we give up? Do we quit? Because the goal in fighting should be to what? To what? Win, yeah, to defeat the opponent. But if he can kick and punch better than me and move better than me, what do I do? What can I do? Well, does anybody have an answer? I can start to take things away from him. So I can make him uncomfortable with what he's doing. If he likes to kick, if he starts to kick, I can start taking kicks away from him. I can start hitting those kicks and striking him, or get inside where he can't kick anymore. And I know that he can kick. I have to be careful, because if I'm here, I can still get kicked. Okay, but I've taken away a lot of his kicks. So I've shrunk what he can do. And I can still do most of what I can do. But I've taken away a lot of his movement and distance in kicking. So there should be a deeper level. What do I do when I get to that level? I'm at this point here where it's basically hand fighting. Should I stop there? He's pretty good with his hands too. Okay, I can't outbox him. So if you're going to go through deeper levels of fighting, you can't stop at a level usually. Especially if I'm fighting this guy who's younger, faster, better movement, better kicks, better boxing. So if I go through the kicks and I get to here, I have to get through the hand range too. I have to keep going deeper. But he was already starting to counter me. He knows Hapkido too. So in fighting, I can take away his kicks. And I can take away his punches. I can go deeper towards his center. And I can take away his Hapkido too. There's a level beyond that. And that is when you get inside of someone, not just inside their head, but really inside of them, where you defeat them completely. You destroy them. Where you make them think that they shouldn't have gotten out of bed that morning. Fighting like that is different because you're really taking it to your opponent. You're really defeating him at this point. And the first time I ever had this happen to me, I was taken to the ground without being touched by my instructor. So that's how this can work. And it looks just like this, but I've explained it enough. But the look of it is when he starts to kick, and I'm here, now I'm here, now I'm in here, which is different. Different than just punching and kicking or trading. And so when you fight, you shouldn't think of fighting as, I can get past kicking and maybe outbox him. Or I can get past boxing and I can get to the level where I can do a lot of Hapkido. Fighting, the movement should not stop. The movement should continue. And if I can go all the way into the deepest level, I can come out too. Okay, and fight as we come out. So fighting is not just movement on the outside. It's movement through levels. Okay? So when you get into that last level, You can really hurt someone. You can hurt them about as bad as you want to hurt them. But that's the easy thing. Anybody can hurt someone. We can teach you to do a front kick in one day, and you can kill someone with a front kick. There's more to this than just hurting people. If you can hurt someone like that, a true master knows how to heal. And so if our school is represented by the yin-yang symbol, if this is fighting, the other side of fighting is healing. The opposite of fighting, or the opposite of hurting or destroying, is healing. And so some of the black belts in here, if you don't know about fixing your bruises and cuts and scrapes, you must have already, because you're exposed to it in here. Well, in healing, just like fighting, there are deeper levels. And so you, at this point, some of you have learned, oh, we can make bruise medicine. I can take away a bruise. If I get a cut, we have some stuff that can glue the cut together. Superficial things. But healing goes deeper. Our health goes deeper. And some of you have started to learn about seasonal tonics and the different organs and how they wax and wane through the seasons, and how you can supplement the lungs in one season, for instance, and the kidneys in another. That's taking the healing part of this to a deeper level, So if there's another level of healing that goes to the organ level or to the chi and blood level, you should also say, is there another level? Does it go deeper yet? And it does, because we can go beyond healing the internal part, the heart and the lungs, the organs, the chi and the blood, to what? What's the next level? What?
Spiritual.
Your spirit, yeah. Thank you. Very good. The spirit. So, if we're going to heal the spirit, your next question should be, how do we do that? If everything is a circle, and we know that fighting has levels, but the opposite of fighting, or the other side of the coin, is spiritual. How do we heal that? If everything is a circle, we come back to the beginning. Martial training, martial arts training, traditional training. That's why we come in there in the first place. We think it's to fight and learn how to defend ourselves, but it's really to make ourselves stronger internally. So we heal ourselves in a way by martial training, and we strengthen our spirit. And every time you look at this yin-yang symbol in the school, when you line up, you can remember that. I would want you to remember that. So this isn't just a lesson for fighting for the black belts, but it's a lesson in completely why we're here. And if you think of what we do as a circle, as it should be, that's how it's represented. Two sides, fighting and healing, okay? But they circle back on each other. And if you have any more questions about that, you can ask me after the test. All right?
Sir.
Are we done? We're done.
Here, demonstration.
All right.